Hey there, let's get this phone balanced. Let me see, can I make my seat go up? Oh, not that. I like that. I gotta take my seatbelt off because we're not in a moving vehicle. I can make my seat go up. All right. I know I look. Is anyone? One person. Damon HD, how are you? Hessel Smeets, how are you? Adam Hebb, how are you? Bryson Shatner, how are you? Rebel Counselor, how are you? Christian Hyder, Other People's Eyes, Cary Grant, Wolfman, Ryan Moriarty, Logan Griffith, George the UPS Driver, Megan League, Mediocre Gamer, Art Abandonment Adventures, how are you? Terry Baum, Andy Cooks Food, how are you? I was talking about Andy Cooks Food the other day with Boogie. I met Andy Cooks Food like completely randomly. I pulled in to a parking lot to turn around, and Andy came up to me. He recognized me from my channel, and he came up to me and he's like, "Oh, you know, I was in Branson, Missouri." And he's like, "We need to go to the Velvet Collection Car Museum." I was like, "Right now?" He's like, "Yeah, right now." And then we went. That was fun. A video there. Boogie did a video there recently. I don't know if you notice, I had to go to the eye doctor. I don't want to show you. It's too gross. I don't want to show close. I have an infection in my tear duct. I had to go and get eye medicine. And if anyone who knows me personally, hey Timothy Demers, how are you doing? Everyone that knows me closely knows that like I have a phobia of eyeballs. Like anything wrong with eyes, so like it makes me super anxious if there's something wrong with my eye. Like I don't like to even think about eyes. It's not pink eye, it's a infected tear duct, which like I don't even like to say those words. Did I finish my tattoo? Yeah. Let me see. Can you guys see that? Got the tattoo. See if we can get a better look. Got the tattoo colored in. Got Mothman up there. Zoltar, Donkey Lady, the Hodag, Sasquatch, BG Mermaid. Got Robert, the doll. Hopefully Robert doesn't mind me getting a tattoo. You're supposed to ask Robert before you take his picture. I don't know if you're supposed to ask him before you get a tattoo. If so, I forgot to ask him. Oh, it took a long time. It took about at least 8 hours. She billed me 8 hours. I think she probably did more work than that. I think that was she just rounded it off, but it's good work. It was done by Andrea at Sacred Lotus Tattoo in Asheville, North Carolina. I was supposed to ask the doll. Darn it. Did I draw that myself? No, I didn't draw it. It was inspired by a drawing done by Luke Weaver, who's done some art for my channel, and has done some artwork of me. So he made this artwork. I used to use it as a t-shirt design. I have that t-shirt in my Spreadshirt shop, but I took that in some. Hey Joe, she pulled some reference material out. And are you good at doing tattoos? No offense, I just don't know. Am I going to more places outside of America? Now, I am committed to finishing America. And I know America can never truly be finished, but at least I want to go to every state. I want to go to all 48 states, continental. Hopefully the other in your eyeballs, like to me, like and I don't mean to be offensive, I am being serious. If I had to get injections in my eyeballs, I would actually consider just, I mean, I don't know if I can handle it. I don't know. I don't know if I could deal with that. Having an injection in my eye. Can I do LASIK? I don't know. Like I said, I have a massive phobia of eyeballs. Oh, what's that? Megan P says, I'm the same way about fingernails or toenails. I'm the same way. That bothers me too. That's another one of my... I got a haircut. So, oh, man, a double cornea transplant. That's horrible. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I cut my hair. In addition, let me tell you this. I just want to tell you the story. So I go in to get my haircut yesterday, and the lady, hey, Stitches, and the lady's like, oh, how do you want your hair? And then she pats my head and says, looks like you ain't got hardly any left. Really? Isn't that the first thing they teach you in salon school is don't make fun of people's hair? Oh, that's like a waiter or waitress coming to your table and being like, looks like you don't need any food because you're so fat. Let's see. ES says, my wife is a stylist in front of saying anything bad about someone's hair is a very bad move professionally. Yes! It makes me not want to go back. Stitches. Augusta. How far is Augusta from Savannah? Is that close? When did I go there? Oh, I was actually I drove. Actually, I saw you that same day that I was in Augusta. I drove straight from the Oddies convention to Augusta to go to PEX shows. So, but definitely you should go check out PEX shows. It is awesome. That's what I should have said, Jeff. Yeah, why should I have to pay? If I hardly have any hair left, then it shouldn't take long to cut, right? That's all. I mean, I know I've lost a lot of my hair. I mean, it's life. Some people have lost arms and legs. That's more serious. I'm glad I have all my arms and legs and toes and fingers and teeth. I have all my teeth. But I don't have all my hair. Yeah, it's only hair. It's literally something you don't need. I got my eyes. Adam had like touch my eyeballs. That's freaking disturbing. Plus you would get finger infection. Yeah, Boomer. Yeah. I hate it for you. I really do. I couldn't believe what that would be like. Yeah, Stitches, that was my theory, that my brain was getting larger and pushing all my hair out. Game Freak wasn't any cheap, odd places to recommend in New York City. Okay, yes. I'd say, honestly, the most, because nothing is cheap in New York. I think we all know that. But one I found one of the most reasonable, like for the ticket price, and I forget the exact ticket price. I think it's around $10 to $15. You can get a ticket to see the Freak Show in Coney Island. So that would be my recommendation. Probably the most you can get for your money in the entire city of New York. I would say go out to Coney Island and see the freak show. Have I been to the Ripley in California? Yes, I've been to every Ripley's in the United States. Tricia Cooper says I should try acting. I think I'm a terrible actor. How many Ripleys are there? 18 in the United States. I've also been to the one in Niagara Falls, which is practically the United States. Video Vortex as it's a video store? Really? I didn't know about that. I have to look that up. There's Ripley's in Europe. There's Ripley's all over the world. There's Ripley's in Asia, Europe. Matt Lucas. I was in New Hampshire a couple months ago. Yeah, I've been to the Ripley's in Atlantic City. Jeez, I'm sorry. That's awful. Reba Michelle, thank you so much for the super chat. It says for more awesome travel and videos. Yes, much more travel coming up. You can rent movies for free. Or a library, rather. Andy, I do got to come back to Branson at some point. More because I can imagine if someone just donated $500. Believe it or not, I've had donations that large before. People have been insanely generous on this channel. Matt Lucas, thank you. I love the Santa's Village and Clark's Trading Post. Where am I from? I was born in Milwaukee, Wisconsin growing up. My father lived in Milwaukee. My mother lived in northern Indiana. So I grew up splitting time between southern Wisconsin and northern Indiana. Someone said that Adam the Woo and me are better than Jordan the Lion. I don't think that's fair. I mean, it's like, how do you even compare that? Like, the content is so different. I think the content between me and Adam is different. I think the content between me and Jordan is different. I think to say someone is better is a fallacy. Sorry about that sound there. I think you could say maybe you like or prefer a certain YouTuber's videos better, but to say that they're... If I went to the Museum of Natural History in New York City, I have. What is my favorite haunted attraction? I hate picking between my favorite haunted attractions because some of, I don't know, I love, oh man, so many guys. It's like picking between my children. I love some of them so much. As far as like theme park haunted attractions, I really love Knott's Scary Farm. One of the biggest surprises was I went to Lake Compounce in Connecticut. I didn't really know what to expect, and they were having their haunted house. Took like almost an hour to walk through. It was absolutely insane. And I love like all the different varieties of haunted houses. I love seeing the different levels. I love seeing the homegrown, do-it-yourself haunted houses and just kind of the creative ingenuity that goes on there. And, of course, then, the big, spectacular haunted houses that take place in amusement parks. Pete Ron Deuces, I wish you were coming to visiting Lake Compounds. I would have taken you behind the scenes. Well, thank you. Do you work there? Can you tell me why you don't allow one person to ride the Ferris wheel by themselves? Bojangle said he would love it if you would visit Bob's Wonderland again. Who's Bojangles? Brienne Carson said I like the Haunted Majestic. I love the Haunted Majestic. It's very cool being able to. It's actually on a boat. He's the guy that's fixing the show. Okay. Yeah, I will definitely. I mean, oh, Pete from Hotbots. Haunted Graveyard is one of my customers. Oh, no, it's not your fault. Okay, this is a thing. Like, the Ferris wheel thing is something I have encountered over and over again that I'm, like, puzzled about. Because this is not just Lake Compounds. It's also Cedar Point. Louisville State Fair did not allow me to ride this Ferris wheel by myself. But I love the Haunted Graveyard. It was awesome. Friggin' such an expansive, and like Lake Compounds is a very small. It's the oldest theme park in the country, and it's very, very small. And then they just had this like sprawling haunted house that was just amazing. Yeah, I met Pete from Hauntbots at the last Trans World. And he also works with Jared and the King. Chris Carey. I asked if I'm into UFC. I've never really watched UFC. Pete from Hauntbot says the haunted house at Lake Compound started in the guy's front yard. I can tell you could tell let's see how that would be like someone's labor of love. I guess the theme park took it over. Mind Blown Watcher, thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate it. I would love to have animatronics. Animatronics are not cheap. Fade to Black says, what do you think it would take to revitalize Cherokee Maggie Bailey back to life? I don't know. I don't have all the answers. I don't think Ghost Town can revitalize it by itself. It just needs to. Okay, listen. A lot of people trying to chat. Let's not repeat the same thing over and over again. Truckloads of money would definitely help. Fun with Thirds work for Action Park. I really need to go to Action Park. I don't normally do water parks, but I think I might make an exception. Did I like Hillbilly Hot Dogs? I love Hillbilly Hot Dogs. I loved it enough to eat a 3-pound hot dog in 11 minutes, or however big it was. How big? How big is the Home Wrecker? I try to remember. Traction Park, exactly. Fade to Black says Cherokee was one time more popular than Pigeon Forge. Yeah, I think back in the 60s, I don't think Pigeon Forge, like, just literally didn't exist at one point. Well, I guess all places didn't exist, but, like, Pigeon Forge was essentially created because Gatlinburg ran out of room. Gatlinburg just spilled into the empty valley next door. Do they not call it Action Park anymore? Gee, I wonder why they changed the name. It's not like it has like a bad reputation. Jasper, Georgia has a great roadside attraction. What's that? Dolly definitely helped growth. But remember, the theme park was already there. Dolly came in. But Dolly did, Dolly did great things at that park. And Dolly is the largest, she's the largest employer in the county there, in Sevier County. So yeah, her influence is important. For sure. Sandra Fatland, thank you so much for the super. You guys enjoy the videos. I hope that I'm continuing to put up videos that reach that standard that you guys enjoy. Have I ever been to the world's largest rocking chair? I've been to the one on Route 66, but I almost think that that's not the largest anymore. See you later, Jeff. Which out-of-country Ripley's would I like to visit? Good question. I don't know. I don't really know a lot about the ones outside of the country. Be interesting. I need to look into see where exactly they are. I know there's another one in Canada I haven't been to. That's out in, oh, what is that? That island. Someone help me out here. There's like a Canadian island in the northeast or east. It's like north of Maine. Nova Scotia. Yeah, Nova Scotia. I think there's one in Nova Scotia. And of nowhere. It's like a 9-hour drive from Maine. Which is my favorite Ripley's. You watch I ranked the Ripley's in a video, and I think the number one Ripley's was the Kellenberg Ripley's I chose as what I thought was the best. My personal favorite. That sun is annoying. I'm sorry. Okay. Let's put my arm right here. Maybe that'll block it out. Prince Edward. Am I thinking? I don't know. I think Prince Edward Island is what I'm thinking of. Which vlogs do I like to watch? To be completely honest, I don't really watch vlogs. It's kind of like, occasionally I will, one of my friends or something, but it's like when you spend all day, every day worrying about making YouTube videos and vlogging, you're like, that's not necessarily what you do in your downtime. Not, like I said, I'll watch some of my friends' videos, but I probably don't like keep up with anyone like 100%. I've heard of Dog Patch USA. I'm not really sure what the current status of Dog Patch USA. Does traveling ever get frustrating? Oh yeah, it does. It does. Especially time away from family can be rough. Yeah, I don't care if you give me a super chat. If you're gonna say something nasty, you're gonna get blocked. Michigan for the Mermaid Mega Fest? What is that? Newton versus Cedar Point again. Here's the thing. I love the Cedar Fair parks, but they don't allow filming on any of the roller coasters, which is frustrating to me because I can't really show the park the way I'd like to show the park. Like Busch Gardens, they allow you to. Awesome. I wish that I hope the Cedar Fair parks, I hope they come around. I hope they change their mind and start allowing that to, yeah, you're allowed to get off-ride footage, which was what I've pretty much done for most of Cedar Fair parks. South, hundreds of mermaids there. So the mermaid, do I have my notebook here? Yeah, I gotta try to remember that. Mermaids in Michigan. Try to remember that. And then there's I'm hoping to get to Carowinds Winterfest tomorrow, to be honest. Fun was there. You actually got to experience the real action park. That's pretty awesome. Actually, the girls, yeah, two live streams in 1 week. I'll go back. Yeah, I didn't get a chance to ride all the roller coasters. I went there. I went there. I didn't have a lot of time. I went in the evening. I mean, they're only open in the evening because on Christmas they only open like late afternoon. So, and I actually ended up getting there a little later because I thought it was going to be open till. I thought it was going to be open an extra hour, and it wasn't. And then I realized I couldn't film roller coasters in the dark. So I will go back to Busch Gardens, and I will ride whatever roller coasters I didn't ride this time. And hopefully I will get to Busch Gardens in Williamsburg as well. I've not been to the Six Flags in St. Louis. I hope to do that soon. Rise of the Resistance. Okay. I went ahead and I watched the videos on Rise of the Resistance, the on-ride, and now I heard there'd been a lot of hype saying it was going to be the best dark ride of all time. And I watched the POV videos, and it didn't seem that good. Maybe I'm missing something. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. Has anyone rode the ride, or does anyone see the POV videos and thinks that it looks awesome? I mean, I thought it looked like maybe a bit of a letdown because it like all took place inside of a ship. I was hoping that it would. Okay, Megan P thinks it looks amazing. That's fair enough. I mean, it was all inside of like a ship or something. Like I thought they would maybe use more of like the terrain or like planets of Star Wars, but it was like inside a ship. Maybe, I mean, it might be super cool. It might be super cool in person. I'm sure it's cool. I mean, everything at Disney is awesome. It's just when you hear something's going to be the best dark ride of all time, it seemed like it wasn't a lot of set dressing. I mean, looks like it was inside. And I should really save my opinion until I actually ride the thing, but it just looked kind of bland, if that makes a sense. Like, 'cause you're inside a ship, there's not all that much going on in some points of it. It looked like they had some cool Kylo Ren animatronics. That was kind of neat, but I'll have to ride it. I'll have to ride it myself to give a real opinion. What do you think about Disney World? I love Disney World. Any tips? Favorite attractions? Oh, yeah, it's definitely probably Haunted Mansion. Probably my favorite attraction there. Just off the top of my head. I'll also really like Splash Mountain and Haunted Mansion are probably my two favorite attractions. Do I like Universal? I do, but I don't like it as much as Disney. I'll tell you what I was disappointed with Universal is you go on all these rides and it's all like screens, like these like 3D video rides, and I don't like them. I don't care for them. I don't know. It's just personal favorite. I love traditional dark rides with practical Fade to Black. I tend to agree with you. Okay, my take on Galaxy's Edge, if anyone cares, the Galaxy Edge section, I feel like it's beautiful. It's well put together. The theming's amazing. They have some cool animatronics integrated in. I really am puzzled. Why would you, like, with all the rich locations that were featured in the Star Wars movies, and all the things you could do with that to immerse people in the movies that they've seen, why would you pick a planet that has never been featured in the movies? That is just boggles my mind. And then there's not a lot to do. I mean, there's the, I think the Han Solo ride, the Millennium Falcon ride, is pretty fun. I think it's pretty good. I think it's a good ride. But I don't know. I just seem like, okay, you're not going to put like classic Star Wars stuff in here? It just... Laura Ann, thank you for the super chat. You're awesome. Ignore the haters. You rock. Thank you so much. Hey, what's up, John from Exploration Unknown? By the way, just while I'm thinking of it, we still have Carpetbagger pennies and buttons in the Etsy shop for sale. A perfect Christmas present for your loved one. Throw it out there in case anyone was interested. We have the smashed pennies and buttons with my hideous face on them. So, yeah, Galaxy's Edge, I feel like it's a swing and a miss. You know, but some people may love it. Plenty of t-shirts left in the Spreadshirt shop. If you do order from the Spreadshirt shop, I do recommend getting it a little bit bigger. Shirts tend to be just a teensy bit small, so I would go, if you're debating on which size to order, I would lean towards the larger sizes on Spreadshirt. And that's just not for my shirts, that's for emotive museums. Exit the gift shops, there's rumors they may be looking at an immediate retheme to do a more familiar planet. Yeah. Why didn't they just make it Tatooine? Or if they wanted to stick, okay, I figure like it's kind of, they kind of have like a rundown junky desert theme planet. Why not do Tatooine if you want to appeal to the old people, the older fans? If you want to stick with the newer movies, why didn't they just make it Rey's home planet, which I can't think of the name of? That would have just seemed to make more sense. I just don't get it. I don't get it. You own these copyrights, why don't you use them? Can I do more abandoned places? Now, I try not to do abandoned places as much anymore. That's not saying I'll never do one, but I don't know. I I don't have a lot of interest in just general abandoned stuff like I used to. I mean, if it's something really cool, I'll do it. I mean, the game doesn't have rules to it. I can't do certain thing. Jeremy Naylor says the original plan was to do Tatooine, but Disney CAL thought they needed to retheme according to the Disney trilogy area. But the theme isn't in any movie. I mean, it may be, what I'm thinking, it may be, I feel like I'm bidding. It may be in this the final movie. It may be in Rise of Skywalker. I mean, maybe that's the big reveal. Will I go to Hershey Park? I do want to go to Hershey Park. When I went through Pennsylvania this summer, I want to do a lot of the theme parks in that area. River House says, can someone tell you should go to Jackson Hole, Wyoming? Yeah, let me look into that, see what's in Jackson Hole. I've never been to Wyoming. Brylan Giles says, any chance of me going back to West Virginia? I'm Billy Bob, Wonderland State Check. I'm happy to say the band has been undergoing restoration. Awesome. Hit me up, send me an email. I love Not Scary Farm. I love Universal Horror Nights. I love the California version because they let you film. I need to go to Universal Hollywood. Only time I've been to Universal Hollywood is for Horror Nights, so I need to hit it up when it's just the normal Universal Hollywood and just do a general video. Michael DeRosa says, I like the idea that Galaxy's Edge is unexplored territory. That's why you're disappointed by not seeing the greatest hits. You can also not expecting anything too specific. Yeah, I think that was maybe the idea they were going for. And I can see validity in that. But personally, I find it very interesting that they would go that direction. I think a lot of people, where's Yoda? Where's Luke Skywalker? Marceline, Missouri. I've never been to Marceline, the home of Walt Disney. Yeah, James Norman, they didn't have the snow globe photo op this year at Dollywood. Would I ever ride a roller coaster 30 times like Adam and David did? Yeah, sure. I actually love Big Thunder Mountain. I have been to Silver Dollar City. Oh yeah, I didn't even know how you saw that, but yes, I am wearing a Zoltar t-shirt. Erica Marie says, do you know Mountain Creek was bought by the creator's son due to the reputation of the past park? It caused a lot of rides to get canceled. Now the Cannonball Drop ride is abandoned. Do I play the banjo? No, I don't do anything musical. I think it'd be fun. I think it'd be fun to ride a roller coaster like that. Because, Big Thunder Mountain has the theming. So I'm sure once you ride it that many times, you start to notice like little bits and pieces. The Terror Tent Homemade Art Community Dark Ride. That does sound interesting. Yeah, I haven't even had a chance to Taylor the Wolf, how are you? Yeah, I try to trim the mutton chops every once in a while before they get a little too insane sometimes. Showbiz Pizza Boy says, I was going to give you $2. My dad said no. I'm saying, well, that's okay. You don't have to. John from Exploration Known likes turtles. I've never been to Kennedy Space Center. Is it good? Thank you, Taylor. I had a lot of fun. A lot of fun with the Kings. And apparently you guys thought that was pretty fun too. The video with the King. Here comes Dat Boy May. Says, what are you doing about Copa? Do you guys want to hear me talk about Copa? See, I worry. Like, I worry about talking about YouTube stuff because I worry that maybe people don't want to hear, you know, YouTube stuff from me. I think maybe they want to see me. I'm trying to fix this chair. Let me see. Up. Let me put that right here. So COPA is a law. Yeah, John said there's a million videos about it. Basically, I'm not going to cross my fingers. I don't make videos for children. This is not a toddler channel. I marked my videos not for kids. So if you're 12 and under, go away, please, and leave us adults. I don't really understand why this has become such an issue because, you know, does YouTube even let you have an account if you're under 13? COPA will be affecting haunted houses at all. Okay, if there's anyone that is under the age of 13, let me know now so I can block you. Melody Farm says, I let my kids watch, but only with me. And see, that is a, you know, I don't think you should probably not let your children edited content on YouTube because there is some messed up stuff out there. There is some weird stuff on YouTube that you probably don't want your toddler watching. Antiques Motion Family Channel versus Kids Channel. And yeah, I consider this to be a family-friendly channel. And the reason I do that is because I don't want to, alienate people. A lot of people don't like hearing a bunch of foul language. A lot of people don't like hearing a bunch of swearing, and it's just unnecessary. And, I don't want people to be turned off by that, so I try to keep it. Taylor the Wolf has a good point. I blame the fake kid channel with the creepy Elsa videos. Yes, that's probably, there was, and this is legitimate, there was absolutely sick and disgusting people out there that would make fake kid videos where, like, weird, horrible things happen, but they're disguised as kids' video. This is a real thing that people actually created. So kids would end up watching videos with, like, adult content hidden in them. I think this is probably the spark that ignited the outrage. Pregnant Elsa having 1 million babies, that's horrible. What's this? Factory of Terror, Canton, Ohio has a creepy Krampus theme haunt. Previous Guinness record for the longest haunt. That'd be cool. Again, it's always with haunted houses, it's always, will they let me film or not? Victor Black says you should do a video about Kappa. Every time you say it, use gangster voice, say Kappa. Meh. Listen here, Kappa. Meh. You're not shutting this channel down. Meh. No kids are free. Oh, it's so stupid. Melody Farms is free advertising. They should always let film. Yeah, I agree. I just think it's kind of a traditional thing. Haunted houses traditionally don't allow filming because they don't want to give away the scares. That's what I've heard quite a few times. Most haunted houses that are at least open to entertaining me, I've had some that changed, that went out on a limb and allow me to film when they don't normally allow people to film. I've never had a haunted house that was like regretted letting me film. Houses are just, they want to control who lets people film. They don't necessarily like people just walking in with camera. And I think that's, it's understanding. It is a show. Like, you go into a play. Let's say you go into a Broadway play and you start recording, and someone comes up and says, you can't record this. This is a play. This is a piece of art. It doesn't belong to you. And that's kind of like a haunted house, So they absolutely have the right to tell you can't film. And someone says, have you ever asked not to film in a place before? Yes, absolutely. Do you ask permission beforehand in most videos? I always check. Can kick you out. I mean, any place can kick you out if they want to. It is true that they can't make you delete your footage or anything like that, but they can ask you to leave. Oh yeah, they can't take your phone away. That is illegal. But back to, do I ask permission first? I usually check like their website to see if there's anything about not filming. You hopefully, if you don't allow filming at your museum, hopefully you would put something on your website that says, hey, we don't allow filming here. I think that's common courtesy. If if people are going to travel to see your attraction, I think you should be upfront and say if you're not going to allow filming, because I do assume that assume that if there's not an explicit rule against filming, then it's allowed. I mean, that's kind of my assumption. I always ask for I always ask with haunted houses, though, because I know how things are. Jessica says, what does filming hurt? I don't know. I can't think of anything that it would necessarily hurt. I mean, we can be 100% honest here. I mean, I think some places don't. Some places don't want you to film because they don't want people to see how lousy their attraction is. I mean, that's not everybody, but there is a contingent of people out there that they want your ticket and they don't want you to realize that their attraction's not that great, that it's, a bogus attraction. Visit Mad World next October. What's Mad World? And thank you. What am I doing for Christmas? Just a quiet Christmas at home with my family. Fade to Blacks. I heard the Candy Theme mini golf pitch forge went off filming. I filmed there before. They never said anything. It's been a long while. Antiques Emotions still wants to go to World of Illusion. Well, I think you should. I think everyone should go to World of Illusion. It is like that exquisitely bad that it is worth the price of admission, 100%. Is there some buffering? Everything looks fine on my end, but I don't make a lot of moderators on this channel. Am I going to any Christmas parades this year? You know, I'm not sure. I don't know. I'm not the hugest Ghostbusters. I mean, I like Ghostbusters, but I'm not like clamoring for a sequel. What's my number one tip for someone who want to go to the Jerusalem theme park in Florida? I don't know. It's different. Some idiot insulted Christy. Well, I didn't see it, but you know, it's stupid. People, the culture of negativity that exists online. I guess people are sad about their own lives, and they think that it will make them feel better. Oh yeah, someone sent a nasty super chat that I blocked. I don't even remember what they said. That's because I'm so used to it. I don't care. I just block them and move on. The San Francisco area. I was only there one day. Yeah, I don't care if you donate money while you're nasty. I mean, I'll still block you. That doesn't give you immunity. I may swing through Knoebels this year if I have a chance. Pez factories in Connecticut? Is there one in San Francisco and one in Connecticut? Thomas Fitzgerald says, Egbert, the talking Christmas tree egg in New York? I've not heard of that. And so I mentioned wrestling. I will be in Seymour, Indiana for Supreme Wrestling this Saturday. If anyone wants to come out and say hi. This is Seymour, Madison, Indiana. Sorry, the first wrestling I ever did was in Seymour, Madison, Indiana. Supreme Wrestling. I will be there representing the social media ambassadors. Antiques in Motion. I love Killer Clowns from Outer Space. It is goofy and ridiculous. Yeah, see, if I take my hand down, the sun burns all your faces off. So Mermaid Mega Fest. Is that the one in Michigan? Yeah, my hand is actually going numb from holding it up like this, blocking out the sun. Morty got caught off guard. You know, maybe got a little overconfident, but I will be back in Supreme Wrestling representing the social media ambassadors, which is, of course, me, the Carpetbagger, Mortimer Blankenship III, and John from Exploration Unknown. Branson is Behind the Lens, and the Wonder Works. Is the Behind the Lens, I wonder if it's the same as the one in Pigeon Forge. Brandy, you gonna do South of the Border for the first time? Oh, you were in for a treat. One of my favorite stops, South of the Border. Visited Quilt Kitty? I haven't seen Quilt Kitty in a while. She hasn't been in the window. Yeah, I was in Hot Springs beginning of this year, I think, is when I was in Hot Springs. Check out Egbert. Okay, I'll try to remember to check my Twitter account. I'm bad. I don't use Twitter a lot. Bend, Oregon is the last Blockbuster. What, the one in Alaska shut down? It's that. Randy Hale says, how do you feel about having over 50 million video views on YouTube? Yeah, I just hit that mark recently, within like last week. 50 million views. That seems like a lot. It seems like a lot of views. Probably something I never, ever expected I would get to. A point that I never thought I would reach when I started doing this as a hobby. I want to be really clear on the fact that when I started this YouTube channel, I never, ever expected it to become my full-time job. That was not a goal. I did not expect to even make money. I think monetarily a goal was that I would be able to make my money back, that I'd be able to, go to these places and film them and then be able to pay for the tickets and the gas and the hotel rooms. And for a long time, that's what it was. It was taking the money right back and putting it right back into the gas tank, into hotel rooms. And yeah, I can't believe how big, it's grown. Never would have expected it. McLeod Mountain Restaurant in Lafayette. No. Which of the 50 states have I not vlogged? That would be, correct me if I'm wrong, I think it's Wyoming, Utah, Montana, and Idaho? Am I missing any? I think that's it. Can anyone name any other states that I've not been to? Idaho, Montana, Wyoming, and what's this one? Utah. Okay. Have we ever getting an RV? RVs are not cost effective. RVs are very, very expensive. I've been to Colorado. It's very, thank you Outdoor TV for the super chat. By the time you pay for a gas and the price of the RV itself and maintenance, I mean, you can just pay for the gas in your car, pay for your hotel rooms, and you're not really, the RV's not really going to save you any money. I mean, only way I could see an RV saving you money is if you lived in it, if you didn't have a house payment, like Nomadic Fanatic or people like that. I think that makes sense. But as someone with a house and a mortgage, I cannot justify having an RV. I love the idea of an RV. I think it's fun. Signatures, I love the hissing possum reindeer on the intro. Well, thank you so much. Wish I could take credit for that. 100% Creaties came up with that. The hissing reindeer. I mean, I don't know every reason the app sold is, but I think a lot of it was for exactly what I was just saying, that it just doesn't make financial sense. That it's cheaper to travel without one. And the one thing, like when me and Adam traveled in the RV, like it's a problem, like trying to go into cities, trying to, find a place to park in a city in an RV. It's limiting because you have this massive vehicle that you have to watch out for all the time. Checked out Noah's Ark, Kentucky. I have not. Visited Six Flags, New Orleans. I have not. I don't think you can explore in there anymore. But I guess I could fly my drone around inside. Gosh. You guys ever notice how weird my teeth look? When I go to Florida, ride the new ride. Talking about the Star Wars ride. I almost don't feel like waiting in 4 hours in line to ride one dark ride. But, gosh. Someone, if you don't mind, if someone out there, what is the wait time right now, as we speak? What is the wait time for Rise of the Resistance? If anyone knows, if anyone has the Disney app and can check the wait times, what is the wait time right now for Rise of the Resistance? Is there any ghost tours in Seattle? No. It's at capacity? What's that mean? Does that mean they've shut down no boarding any other guests today? So that means, okay, I don't know what time Disney, I don't know what time Hollywood Studios closes tonight, but it's 4:30. It is 4:30, a little bit past 4:30 here on the East Coast. That means there are so many people in line that they had to close it off now. So that means, I mean, just take it, let's just say Hollywood Studios closes at 8 o'clock tonight. Then it's been done since 9 a.m. this morning. So many people got in line at 9 a.m. Is it closed? Okay, so someone says it's closed. So I don't know. Either that means, okay, it either means there's so many people in line that they're not taking. Closes at 10. So that means that the people in line right now have a 5.5 hour wait to ride a 10-minute ride. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to wait. I'm sorry. Using boarding groups? Okay, so maybe they can leave and come back. That makes sense. Yeah, no one. Okay, boarding groups. Okay, well, that's a better way to do things. That's reasonable. That is reasonable. Smuggler's Run's only 50 minutes. No one cares about Smuggler's Run anymore. B-class RVs the size of a van and get more popular. See, I'd like something like that. Just like a van with a bed in the back. That's something. Hopefully a toilet, too. Go back to Lake Winnipesaukee. I should have gone back this summer. I don't know why I didn't. Writing about Video Vortex, thank you. And there was a mermaid festival in Michigan. Someone told me about. Where am I right now? I'm waiting for somebody. I've not bring back video rental stores. It's a fun experience. Going to the video store. I don't think it's a model that works anymore because it's just content is so easy to get online. But I do miss like going through a physical video store. It's fun. I have Dale Elmore. I have been to the Heart Attack Grill in Las Vegas. If it's labeled illegal RV van, it's a kitchen and a bathroom. Well, I don't need a kitchen, but I definitely need a bathroom. How do you empty it, though? That sounds gross. Yeah, like I like the idea of having a bathroom, but then again, you're driving around in a van, sloshing turds and urine around in your van. I mean, how do you get it out of your van? Hey, the king, thank you for the got my guitar ready. Great, they're planning on skinning me and turning me into an animatronic. Yeah, I spent a lot of time in Faded Blacks. Yeah, I spent a lot of time in CD stores as well. I mean, that's fun. It's fun shopping, like looking, seeing what they have. They don't always have what you want, so you buy something else. I could play the drums forever. That sounds horrifying. I have no musical talent. I made Zoltar a star. Zoltar was already a star. I can't take credit for that. Outdoor TV, thank you for the super chat. Will COPA affect my channel? Yeah, hopefully not. I don't see why it would. I'm not making content for kids. Wait a minute, you can install talent. All the Zoltars on Fremont Street. Yeah, there's a couple. It would be cool to have my own animatronic, but as I've seen from Jared, it is not a small feat getting an animatronic to work. Any more you vlog? Maybe. Maybe go back to Area 51 at some point. Mr. Blobby? Who's Mr. Blobby? Sounds vaguely familiar. VHS collector places? What type of music to listen to? I listen to a variety of music. I should make like a playlist or Spotify playlist or something. Okay, actually, a lot of people pointed this out, and I was well aware. I think I was trying to be cheeky about it, but yeah, Legoland is owned by the same company that owns Madame Tussauds. So I was trying to like not to be too obvious about it, but yeah, I did know that, and that's part of the reason I was pointing it out. A lot of people picked up on that. Do I still have my drone? Yes, I still have my drone. I keep forgetting. I'm getting lazy, and I need to use the drone more because I love using the drone. I love the drone footage. I've just been lazy. That's the main problem. Kathy Center says, "How did your family cope with you being away so much?" It is hard being away from the family. My wife has a full-time job, and she takes care of her father, who's elderly, and my daughter's in school. So, yeah, they're not able to travel with me if they so wished. You rode the coaster at Legoland? I rode the dragon. I didn't ride the roller coaster. Was a roller coaster Saurus. Okay, so something people want the drone footage back. Did I reach out for Boogie? Did you reach out for collaboration? Well, I met up with Boogie when I was out in California. He was actually in town for something else, and he found out me and Adam were doing the haunted houses, and he wanted to do them too, and we had a great time. Kent Morrison, do not bash, do not besmirch the great name of the Space Needle. Drone footage of Ghost Town. All right, Antiques Emotion, I will put that under consideration. But the last time I tried to fly my drone over Ghost Town, I lost my drone and never found it. What about the drop tower? Oh, they have a drop tower at Busch Gardens. I don't know if I noticed it. Yeah, I need to go back. I hate freaking rides like that, but I guess I need to take advantage of that with my wrist strap GoPro and take advantage of Busch Gardens' generosity. I have a Mavic. Let me see. This is my drone right here. It's a Mavic Air. Possum 3 right here. With the you drop face down? That's freaking insane. Kenton Morrison will argue the Space Needle issue till your grave. Well, don't go to your grave arguing something like that. That is sick and twisted. It lays you down when you drop. I don't want to ride it, guys. God. So, James Bowman, thank you for the super chats for drone search party. Maybe if I fly this drone over Ghost Town, I'll find my last drone that I lost. New. Gonna go to the Tim Burton exhibition. Where's that at? I saw a video of a man using a drone to attack a hornet's nest. Seems ill-advised. Vegas, they're having something, some sort of Tim Burton. Can you put a GPS tracker on drones? Why do your drones have a GPS tracker? Well, they have a GPS tracker, but only when they're activated. So, yeah, it seems like it would make sense. If you want to see a harrowing drone video, go to my video where I lost my drone in Roswell, New Mexico. Who wants to see me travel the world? Yes, Jared, I actually remember I stayed in a hotel right next to your high school. I didn't know if you wanted me saying what high school that was. Use the drone on Devil's Bridge. Devil's Bridge. The New Mexico Military Institute. That is where Jared learned how to program robots at the New Mexico Military Institute. Yeah, I did Mothman Festival back in September, I think. I do need to go back to Henry Ford Museum in Michigan. I'll definitely look into this video Vortex place, figure out exactly where it's at. Kent Morrison, Ripley's, Toronto, Niagara, and Cavendish. The Toronto is the aquarium. The aquarium is in Toronto. I've been there. I've been in Niagara Falls. So Cavendish is the only one I haven't been to in Canada. And oh man, it's out there. It is out there. Like I said, it's like 9 hours north of Maine. So and me and the Canadian government have had our disagreements. I go visit Robert the Dolly Gun. Yeah, I want to go show Robert my new tattoo. Right there. See Robert right there. Right there. Mexico, Guadalajara, Mexico City, and Veracruz. I have to bring a translator with me. I went to Tijuana. They don't have Ripley in Tijuana, but I went to this wax museum in Tijuana, and a ticket to see the wax museum, like, it doesn't even matter. They could have 2 wax figures, and it's already worth the price of admission. $1.50 for a wax museum. That's crazy. Video Vortex is in Raleigh, North Carolina. All right, I will check it out next time I'm out that way. Oh, Ken Moore says it was a great show at Jacob and Adam XKB. We did go to Tijuana earlier this year, so if you haven't seen those videos, check them out. They were a lot of fun. Me and Adam went to a Mexican wrestling show in Tijuana that got really intense. I've been to this Louisville Slugger Museum, Simon the Joey. St. Augustine is amazing. Yeah, if you guys are curious about like places I've been in the past, always you can either check out the interactive map in the description of each video, or just simply put in the name of the attraction and the Carpetbagger into YouTube, and it will usually pop up if I have a video from there already. Is it Dinosaur Place in Connecticut? I don't think I've heard of that. Is that they have a dinosaur park in Connecticut? Check out the City Museum. Great Narble says, is there more than one Meow Wolf? Okay, Meow Wolf. There's the original Meow Wolf. Meow Wolf, the House of Eternal Return in Santa Fe, New Mexico. There is a Meow Wolf dark ride in LH Gardens called Kaleidoscape, Meow Wolf Kaleidoscape. Soon, within the next couple of months, they will be opening up their facility in Las Vegas. It will be called Meow Wolf Area 15, and they have for Denver, for Washington D.C., and Phoenix, Arizona. I think Conneaut Lake Park is definitely on the list as a place I need to check out. Is the Mutter Museum worth the trip to see? Tristan asks. It is intense. It is some of the most horrifying medical specimens you will ever see. So if you do go to the Mutter Museum, I hope you have a very strong stomach, because it is grotesque. I was like disappointed they wouldn't let me film, and then after I was done, I was like, they should never let anybody film. It's horrible. I've been to the City Museum twice, I think. Been to Otherworld. I think they've added some stuff since I've been to Otherworld, so I would like to re-experience Otherworld. Joy Blessed Life. I think there's like one place in Florida that lets you swim with manatees, and that's definitely something that I do need to do. All right, I will look at Action Park in New Jersey. I don't have any solid plans for this summer, but I've got plans to be everywhere. So I don't know exactly when I'm gonna. I'm trying to travel smarter because I want to spend more time with my family, but I don't want the quality of this channel to go down. So I'm trying to find a good balance for that. Is Silver Springs, Florida, is that where they let you swim with manatees? Because I think there's only one place where you can actually swim with them. I went and saw the manatees at Blue Springs. I didn't film because I just wanted to experience. I going to check out the new Star Wars attraction in Orlando? Not anytime soon. I'll eventually make it there. Yeah, I went to Blue Springs and saw some manatees on my last trip to Florida. Crimson Alchemist says, why lately it seems that you do less videos like every other day? Thought you normally would have one every day. Yes, that is true. I feel that I was putting out too much content. That I was just shoveling it out there. And I took the conscious step to take a small step back because I think it's too much content for people. When I talk to people, a lot of people would say I'm way behind your videos or I haven't been able to catch up. And I think that's just because there's too much there was too much content going out. So my idea now is I want to focus, make my videos more focused and take more time in creating them rather than trying to push out as much content as possible. So on this channel, you'll hopefully be seeing a decrease in quantity and an increase in quality. Is what we're aiming for here. And give people a chance to stay caught up with the videos. Because think about it, like, you know, asking people to watch that much content every day is a bit much. People have only so much time in their day, you know, and people, you know, if you're following, say you follow 3 vloggers and everyone puts out a video every single day. I mean, you're talking about an hour and a half out of every day dedicated just to watching vlogs. And I know, and I definitely know that there is some people that do really like the everyday format. And I'm tinkering with it. You know, I probably will never go back to every day, but you know, I may increase it. There may be a week. See, I think someone says months behind on videos, and I understand that. It's a lot to keep up with. Yeah, Stephen Count thinks spreading them out is a better idea. So a lot of people do understand. Joe Dunbar says, "Greater kind of. How about a tour of Civil War battlefields?" The thing about battlefields is sometimes there's not a lot to show because it's like just a field, and I'm probably just not the best person to be doing videos of that because, I mean, I do know some about Civil War history, but I'm not an expert. I feel like those could probably be done by someone with a lot more knowledge on the subject. Secretary says, check the Daily Irishman on YouTube and was shocked. So yeah, and I like, if you like a bunch of different creators and they're all putting videos out every day, it becomes a lot to keep up with. And I even noticed that myself. Like I said, I don't watch a lot of YouTube anymore, but back when I did, if I was watching someone put out daily content and I missed a day, I probably wouldn't go back and watch the one I missed because they had so much more content coming. So if you miss a day of my videos, then you're probably more likely to take the time to go back and watch them. And well, yeah, Denise says, it's my channel, do as I see fit. And that's true, but you know, it is important to me. You know, I do want to keep my audience happy because a happy audience has gotten me to where I'm at. And, you know, I don't want my audience to feel like I'm phoning it in or, you know, trying to rest on my laurels. I promise you absolutely 100% I'm not going to be resting on my laurels. There's going to be a lot of traveling. There's going to be a lot of cool stuff, but I think you'll probably see more. I think the videos will probably be longer. I think there'll be longer, more detailed videos, but they won't be being pushed out every day because that's maniacal. As if Ghost followed me from the Zach Baggins Museum. Sadly, I don't believe so. I'd love if Zach Baggins let me film in his museum. That would be a hoot to me. He did tweet out. He tweeted out my video on his museum. Of course, the video doesn't have any content from, doesn't have any actual filmed content from the inside of the museum, but still. And family is important. And there's been, you know, I'll be 100% honest, I've spent too much time away from my family the past couple years. So I'm trying to strike a better balance between family and videos. Like I said, I don't want the quality of my videos. I don't want anyone to be like, you know, the Carpetbaggers phoning it in. The Carpetbaggers videos aren't as good as they used to be. I'm going to try to live up to creating that content and live up to, you know, my own standards for being a father and a husband and being around my family. So River, Florida, where you swim with manatees. That's awesome. Second chair says balanced life is important. And that's it. I've traditionally my entire life I've had a hard time with balancing things. I tend to go full force into things and block everything else out. And, you know, I'm seeking to find a life of balance. You've been to the Rockefeller Bar, the one in Kansas City? No. Denise Boldia. Yeah. I think that's kind of the idea on why there's no filming allowed in this Baggins Museum, because it's almost kind of like his own studio, like it's his own studio for shooting. So, again, you know, he has every right to not allow filming. It just makes me sad because it's such a good attraction and I would love to film. And yeah, you see, I mentioned earlier, like, some places don't allow you to film because they don't want you to see how good the attraction is. The Zach Baggins Museum is the opposite of that. It is so good. It is so good. So good that it is depressing that you can't film there, because it is absolutely amazing. It's just packed. It's packed with so much cool stuff, and the tours are guided, so you can't just go at your own pace. You have to keep moving. And it's like, oh, I wanted to see that. And they kind of, you gotta keep going. Big museum vids again, Colin Zeus. What would be a big, are you talking about big museums like big, like natural history type museums? And if so, I'm willing to take suggestions. I love big traditional museums. I just don't know exactly which ones I'm missing out on. Yeah, I know that Aaron worked with the Rockefeller Bar to some extent. Lego World California. Is Legoland California any different than the one in Florida? Smithsonian's. I filmed some of the Smithsonian's for my channel. I wouldn't mind going back to DC. Not been to every state. I'm missing 4 Continental and then 2 others. I was gonna go to the Ringling Museum. That's the one in Baraboo. I have been there. Least favorite wax figure at Lockaleed's Landing. Oh, I love Lockaleed's Landing. Gaming Zeebs is what if there was 60 states? I don't understand the question. Yeah, there's a lot. You could dig into the Smithsonian. And I filmed a video at the Holocaust Museum that I don't know if I will ever release. It's just, I don't know. I just don't know if I can do that justice. Do I think that horror movies and classic films should be remade? I tend to. It's difficult to say because stuff gets remade all the time, and sometimes, like for instance, did you know that Wizard of Oz was a remake? So so you can't say all remakes are bad, but like when something's like, when you have a movie that's like iconic, then maybe it's time to leave it alone. Maybe it's better to remake movies that didn't live up to their potential. When you have a movie, I just got a phone call, I'm sorry. All right, so I think we're gonna have to wrap this up. I need to go pick somebody up, and so I will see you. About the Wizard of Oz remake, it's on YouTube. Go look up the original Wizard of Oz. The whole thing is on YouTube. It's a black and white silent film, and it is bonkers. So, appreciate you guys joining me here. This one's in the bag. I'll see y'all later. After I block this person. Okay, that person is blocked. And appreciate you guys joining me. This one's in the bag.